Hello everyone. Welcome to the third edition of LEAD MasterClass. This is your host for the day, Himanshu. At LEAD, we ensure that our students should not only be equipped with excellent academic education, but also with skills that help them to succeed in life. One of the most important life skills for students, which is required on a day-to-day basis to help you express yourself, to build self-confidence, and even persuade others, is known as public speaking. Keeping this in mind, we are presenting a LEAD Masterclass on public speaking today. Developing public speaking skills can put your child at a big advantage in their career. To help you with the same, we conducted our first LEAD Masterclass with the cricket legend Sunil Gavaskar. Continue boosting your child's public speaking ability by attending the three-part masterclass session with Apoorva Agarwal, a lawyer and an entrepreneur by profession, currently serving as the director of a primary school in Bareilly. We are sure you kids will have a lot to gain from the learnings gathered by her over an extensive 10 plus year of experience in public speaking at various levels. Sounds exciting, right? Now, kids, without any further delay, let's hear it from Apoorva. Apoorva, over to you.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's masterclass. I'm very excited for the class today because firstly, it's my last session with you and I want you to learn the most from today's session. And that is the reason why I request you all to be a part of it, because there's something interesting and very, very knowledgeable that I have planned for all my students today. Now, as very well said, public speaking is an important skill which every student must know. And that is enough reason for you to watch the session today. And also, once this session gets over, to watch the previous sessions. Because after watching these three sessions, you will be able to understand the whole concept of public speaking much better. So without any delay, let us start today's class. Before that, I would like to tell you, if you have any questions for me, if you like to ask anything, please feel free to put that in the chat box. I'll be taking a few questions and answering them. So let us just begin. In today's class, we are going to cover something very different, something that no one tells us that is actually a part of public speaking. Everyone thinks that it is a normal skill, but nobody actually tells us that it is something that has become an integral part of public speaking. But before I start all of that, to everyone who's watching this, it is very, very important to revise what we have done in our previous classes. Okay, so all of you, please pay attention. First thing that we did in our first session was, what is public speaking? Simple and easy, and I'm sure you all know by now what is public speaking. It is when you speak in front of the public. It is when you make a speech in front of the audience. That is public speaking. What are the various platforms wherein you can practice public speaking? Well, the various platforms, of course, are: start with your own classroom. If you're asked a question in a classroom, you have to come up on the stage and answer. This is all a part of public speaking. Then obviously comes the competitions, the debate competition, the extempore competition, the group discussions, the event anchoring. These are the platforms wherein you can practice public speaking. But one of the most important things to become a good public speaker is to have a really nice, attractive, and positive and confident body language. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you sit, the way you stand, all of this is an integral, very important part of public speaking. So never, never, never compromise on that. जब आप स्टेज पे चल के जाते हो, look confident, appear confident. When you're standing on the podium or off the podium, make sure that you're standing in a perfect manner, because your body should exhibit the confidence that, yes, I'm here to make a great speech, like the boy you can see in the image right here. Look at him. If I look at him in the picture, leave alone कि मैं उसको सच्ची में जब देखूंगी, if I'm looking at this kid in the picture, I know that he is going to make a great speech. Look at the way he's standing. Look at the way he is dressed so smartly. Look at the way he has positioned the mic. Look at his hand movement, subtle but strong and leaving an impact. Like, yes, I'm going to make an incredible speech for everyone to remember. That is why body language and postures are extremely important when it comes to public speaking. But all of this is sidelined. All of this is okay. What if you have stage fright? What if you have the phobia? What if you feel nervous to go on the stage? Body postures, public speaking platforms will come later. But agar mere andar confidence hi nahi hai to go up on the stage and make a speech, how will I make a speech? Do not worry. This is very common and this is very, very obvious. Everyone, even the famous people that you know and you think are really good at public speaking, are the ones who have phobia, but they do not have any other option. Because of their work, they have to go and speak on the stage. This is something you can easily overcome. Don't think it's not something that I can't overcome. I'll never be able to not feel nervous when I go on the stage. A little bit of nervousness is okay. But stage fear is a thing which can be controlled. It can be something that you can work on. And like I have highlighted in my previous sessions, which you can obviously watch later too, and you will understand in detail, the ways you can overcome this is by one, and the most important thing is by practice. Practice is the only way you can overcome stage fright. But practice in different ways, in interesting ways, like I always say. Don't make your practice boring. Make your practice interesting. Do speaking activities in a way that you like doing them. If you like to become a teacher, teach a subject to students and you will feel confident. So for example, if you're at home, you have siblings or you have cousins, then you can tell them that today I'm going to teach you public speaking. So all of this gives you a lot of confidence. Participate. Do not think about losing, but think about the exposure, the learnings that you will get. So for all the students out here, you're very small and this is the right age to actually start your public speaking journey. Please don't think when I'm being senior classes, when I'll be in 7th or 8th, that is when I'm going to start public speaking. No, this is the time. I started speaking when I was in class, I think KG, I believe. I had participated in every competition. I used to participate in poem recitation competition. Participate. There are annual events in your school. Participate. There are normal, there's Christmas coming. So there must be something. Just participate. Participate in every small event. And if you think that the teacher is not going to select you, please go and tell the teacher or tell your parents to ask your teacher to make you participate. That is the only way you are going to learn. You are going to overcome stage fright. But if you keep postponing it, agar aap us cheez ko talte rahoge, no, I'll participate when I'll go in class 6. I'll participate when I'll be a senior student. Then there is not going to be time for you to learn. It's a skill that you need to acquire. You need to know. So participate and practice. Initially, it's going to take some time, but you will definitely overcome it. Then one of the best ways that you can practice public speaking is by introducing yourself. What is that? We must know what is self-introduction. If ever we are asked, please, Apoorva, introduce yourself, you should know what to say and how to say. Remember, introduction is the most important aspect of public speaking because that is something you cannot go wrong with. That is something that should be on your tips. Therefore, in my previous session, I had covered in detail how you should introduce yourself. And then, of course, the last bit, voice modulation. When you have to speak at a high pitch, when you have to speak at a low pitch, where do you have to take a pause? On which words you have to stress? That is important when you're speaking. Now, please don't get scared after the revision, because if there are new students, they would think that there's so much that has been taught. So for that, I request you, the sessions are there on the channel for all of you to watch whenever you get time, because trust me, it's now or never when it comes to public speaking. Like many other things which you cannot afford to delay learning, this is one thing again. Your subjects, your lessons, your school lessons are always kept aside if you're not really good at communication. Aapko sab aata hai. You're brilliant, you're intelligent, you're a winner, you're coming first in every class, in every exam. But if you do not know how to speak, how to make a speech, how to speak in front of the audience, in front of the public, then you are somewhere lacking from being that star student. So it is a quality that you must work on. It is not always that we have to be perfect. If you want to speak, I want to be perfect. You should try. That is what I'm requesting you in today's session, that after this class, please try being a part of public speaking activities. Try. And all the school principals and teachers who are watching this, it is a request to you. So whenever there are debate competitions, so there are any competitions, then we have our star students who go and participate, because we always aim that our school should win. But it is a duty of every school, the teachers, to make sure that the students who are scared of speaking are given a chance in at least internal school competitions. So if you're a principal or a teacher watching this, please make a community or a group of students who are scared of public speaking and then train them. They need it the most. And ask the students who are really good at public speaking to train those students, because every student knows the struggle very well. So that is the thing that I want to request to all the teachers, or maybe the parents who are watching this, to take this up to the school and start a club of non-public speakers. And then after a month of their practice, then we can give them a badge saying that, yes, we are public speakers. So this is what I want you to do. And of course, you can take help from these sessions if you want to give the training, because definitely they're going to be of great use. Okay, so before we start, we have done the revision, and today I'm going to teach you an important thing, which a lot of you might think, how is it related to public speaking? But this is something that no one tells us. What is public speaking? When you're speaking in front of the public, you're making a speech in front of the public. When you're speaking, there are people listening to you and there is an audience. Remember, there are a lot of public places wherein we need to follow certain etiquettes. And that is what we're going to learn today. Never ever forget your speaking etiquettes at public places. When it comes to public speaking, whenever we go to places when there are a lot of people around, for example, a restaurant, we go to a restaurant, or we go on a vacation with family, we go to a social gathering, our parents decide, okay, Apoorva, today I am going to take you to a grand event being organized by a club, and they're going to be around 100 people. And when if you're hosting a party and there are a lot of guests, that is when you have a duty to be at your best behavior. to remember the speaking etiquettes, to remember that you are being watched and you should leave a good impression. If you're a great public speaker, but you don't know how to behave, actually, when you're in public, when you're at public places, that will not matter anymore. Your speaking skills should be with you at all times. The etiquettes should be with you at all times. So, for example, if you go to a restaurant and you start shouting, you don't know how to call the waiter, how to give an order to the waiter, how to behave, you're on your phone, you're talking rudely, it is a really bad etiquette. You are not behaving well publicly. You are not speaking right publicly. And that is when you have to remember what I have taught you before. Never talk in high pitch. Never ever say words which might make you sound rude. Maintain a positive and a good body language. So that is the reason why etiquettes are important. Watch yourself out at public places, how you're walking, how you're sitting, how you are talking. If you're at a restaurant, you have to give an order. You can't say, Bhaiya, mera order le lo. There is public around you and you're speaking in the most really bad manner. So you should be polite. You should remember all the rules of public speaking. Be polite. Maintain your voice. Do not be rude. Say, excuse me, can you please take my order? Because you're being watched by people around. Never be rude to the waiters. Never treat anyone with respect. Always remember the kind words. Thank you, excuse me, please. And speak politely. So this is a public speaking etiquette which no one tells you about. So for example, if you go and attend an event, but if you are acting like you do not have any manners, you don't know how to speak, then there is no point for you to learn these skills, because these skills are not just meant to be learned or for the stage. पब्लिक स्पीकिंग की जो भी मैंने आपको रूल्स बताए हैं, जो भी एक्टिविटीज बताई हैं, these are not just for you to remember when you're on the stage and when you have a mic in front of you. These are for you to remember when you're in public, when you think that there are more than two people listening to what you're going to say. So always remember your etiquettes. Some of them I'm going to tell you is, for example, if you're on a vacation with family, be nice. Be nice to people around you. If you need something, ask politely. Do not be that cranky kid, mujhe ye la ke do, mujhe ye karo, because there are people around you who are judging you for how you do it. And trust me, being a kid, main choti hu, I'm in 3rd class, 4th class, this is not an excuse. You're big enough to watch yourself out, to know what is right, to know what is wrong. All right? So you have to keep these things in mind. You don't want to be remembered like these kids on the screen. The one who shouts when they go out with the parents, the one who's at a restaurant and yelling. These are the kids who do not have etiquettes and who do not have knowledge of how they should be behaving at public places. Your actions speaks louder than words. So public speaking is not just a thing for the stage. It is also about how you are behaving and acting when you're in public. So if you go to a grocery store with your parents, but you do not know how to talk, you're yelling, I want this, I want that, blah, 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 blah. People are going to see, who's that kid? And if you're in a small town when everybody knows everybody, तो अगले दिन आप स्टेज पे जाके बहुत अच्छी स्पीच दोगे ना, बट दे विल रिमेंबर यू एज दैट किड. ये तो वही किड है जो ग्रोसरी स्टोर में चिल्ला रहा था. सो कैरी योर positivity, your knowledge, your skills with you at all times. Home is the only place when you're allowed to be naughty and to break the rules sometimes. But for all the parents who are watching this, it is important that you teach your kids the importance of being in the most perfect manner, to remember their etiquettes when they are in public, because that is also an integral part of public speaking. Because they are actually speaking in public and there are people who are listening to them. So never ever forget that bit. All right. So this is just a brief thing that I wanted to put across, that public speaking should be remembered even at places you never thought are a part of public speaking platforms. Anywhere, any place, jahan aapko lagta hai, when you're speaking, the lot of people who might hear you, just be nice, be good, be polite. Don't talk in high pitch. That's a promise that you have to make. I'm sure you are already good, but sometimes we forget. Even I've been in that stage and I forgot and I used to misbehave. But it is not the right thing to do, and it is the right time for you to learn these skills. Never speak in high pitch. Always be polite. Hi, can you please get me this? Hi, I want to do this. So if you're at a wedding, there are a lot of weddings happening right now, and the kids that go to the weddings are running here and there. That's fine. But mujhe ye la ke do, mujhe ye go, I want to have ice cream, I want to have gulab jamun. No, be nice. Mama, can I please have this? Can I please have this? Can you get me this? I'm feeling this. Be polite. Maintain a positive body language. Don't be rude. And the most important thing, act well mannered and exhibit confidence. When people look at you, they should feel, oh, she's the same kid who rocks on the stage, who makes an amazing speech on the stage. So your body language should be very positive and perfect when you go out to places where there are a lot of people, because you are being watched. So act in a really nice manner. Okay, so this is etiquette tip that I wanted to give to all my students today before we start to learn something really big and interesting in today's class. But of course, before that, I have a little quiz for you. It's a very, very easy quiz, and it is on the topic that we have covered right now, etiquettes. Okay, so let's see. The quiz is that if you're at a restaurant, what should you not do? Not do. Speak loudly, be nice to the staff, speak politely, dance and annoy. So you have to tell me in the chat box two options that you should not be doing when you're at a restaurant or at any public place. So quickly write down in the chat box the correct answer. You have to tell me what are the two options which are something that you should not be doing when you're at public speeches, public places, which will make others think that you are a child with no etiquettes. So quickly write down the answer. Is it A, speak loudly, B, be nice to the staff, C, speak politely, or D, dance and annoy? Two things that you should not be doing at public places. So can we have some answers? And also, I request you all to participate in the quiz, because there is a reason for the same. You will be getting a prize from LEAD School. So do participate in the quiz that I'm going to put forward to you. So I want to know if there are certain participations for this quiz, and if you have understood what etiquettes you should follow at public places.
Yeah, Purva, it seems students have been listening to you very properly since the very beginning. So Purva Patil says that it's A and D. Sidra Hussain says it's D. Komal Sharma says that it's A. Shashank Chauhan says that it's A and D. Saloni Gupta says it's A and D. Do we have any correct answers here?
Brilliant. So the correct answers obviously is A and D. You should never speak loudly and you should never dance and annoy when you're at a public place, because these are the two things which shows that you do not have etiquettes, and that makes you look like you were not very well mannered. So please avoid doing these things when you're at public places. Okay, this was on a very lighter note. It was a very easy breezy topic that I spoke about, something which we often forget when we are at public places. But now what I'm going to tell you is very, very important. Now that it is a third session of public speaking, it is important that we discover the three most important platforms for you to practice public speaking. And the big words of public speaking. Big words. Why are these big words? Because everyone says, oh, I did this debate. Oh, I participated in extempore. But what exactly are these? What is a debate? What is an extempore competition? What is a group discussion? They all look the same to me. I can't figure out which one is what and which one to participate in. So I am going to tell you in detail about these three platforms, which are the most important platform. Practice at home. Ghar pe practice karo that yes, I am going to combat my stage fright, and then I have a debate competition coming in my school and I will participate. So these are the three platforms that you can participate in, and they will help you in many ways to become a great public speaker. Now we have two sorts of competitions. All right. One is inter-school, which is you are from A school and then there is B school. So A and B school ke beech mein competition hoga. Then the other competitions are which happens within your school. Maybe inter-house competitions, inter-class competition, ek class ka dusri class se, or maybe, some students, but it's happening within the school itself. So if you are very good, if you think that, yes, I have now the confidence, start participating in inter-school competitions, which are big level competitions. But if you think, no, I need some exposure, I need some practice, then start participating in the school competitions, in the intra-school competitions at junior levels, but participate. Make a club that today I'm going to learn this thing. If not, ask your teacher to teach you public speaking. Watch these videos. But let us learn today what are these competitions and how can you benefit from them. So the first competition, which is the most common one, is debate. जब भी हम public speaking word सुनते हैं, so the first thing that comes to our mind is, or the first competition that comes to our mind is debate competition. Debate competition mein part liya, but what is a debate competition? What is debating? Debating kya hota hai? For example, you are told today, I'm taking a random name. So Shashank, if you're told today that Shashank, you have to participate in a debate competition, what will you do? So remember, when it comes to debating, debating is basically an argument. Okay, आपको एक topic दिया जाएगा. You will be given a topic. All right. For example, it could be any topic. It could be whether mobile phones should be allowed in school or not. Okay, so this is the topic. Then there will be two students who will be selected. One student speaks on the topic, which is yes, the mobile phones should be allowed in school. And there is another student who speaks against the topic. No, mobile phones should not be allowed in school. So first, the first speaker comes and says that these are the points, and I think the mobile phones should definitely be allowed in school. And then another speaker comes and says, okay, these are the points, and I think mobile phones should not be allowed in school. And they argue. Then there are questions that you are asked. आपने अपने topic पे बोल लिया, the other person also spoke against the topic. Then you are asked a question. That is debating. All right. So let's just do it again. So for example, if the topic is that whether Superman is better than Batman, and one person has to speak for the topic, You will come on the stage and you will speak in favor of the motion. That yes, I believe Superman is better than Batman. Firstly, because he's a great superhero. He is done better movies. He is very good with his skills. And Batman is more about cars and all the drama, but Superman is the real hero. He's the one who's going to save the world when in danger. And then another speaker will come and speak against the topic. No, Batman is better than superhero because of 1, 2, 3, 4 the reasons. Now you both have made a speech. All right. Then you will be asked questions. Okay. So Shashank, you said that Superman is better than Batman, but why? Why? Do you think his movies are better? What? So you are asked a question and you have to answer that question. So we're talking on the topic that mobile phones should be allowed in school. And you went on the stage and you said that, yes, mobile phones should be allowed in school because if we can learn a lot from Google. If ever there is a problem, if ever there is a thing that we're not able to understand, we can Google. Also, in case of emergencies, I can call my parents. Okay. And then the other person comes and says, no, mobile phone should not be allowed in school because it's going to distract the kids. The school is meant for the teachers to teach, and mobile phones will be very distracting. What if they play games? And then you're asked questions on the topic. Why is debating very important? Because it develops your speaking skills. It helps you think on the topic. It's not just about speaking. आपको topics पहले से दे देते हैं. So if you're told that, okay, there is a debate competition that's happening on, say, 10th of December, and these are the topics that you have to prepare on. अब उसमें से any topic can be picked and you have to speak on that topic. All right. So for example, they gave you 4 topics or they gave you 2 topics. And then they ask you to pick up the chit. And then the topic comes, you should be well prepared. The best part about debating is that you get time to prepare. Write your own speech, write down your own points, never copy paste from Google. बहुत बार क्या होता है debate competitions में I go and so many people have copied it from the internet that सब same चीज बोल रहे होते हैं. That has happened a lot of times. So always write your own speech. Take help from your teachers, from your parents to write your speech. And then you go and make a speech. And always prepare a speech for both the things, for and against both. Your 2 speeches should be ready. Now, what are the benefits of debating? The benefits of debating are that it helps you develop speaking skills. It gives you an ability to express. All right. So when you're speaking on the stage, you're proving a point that yes, mobile phones should be allowed. No, mobile phones should not be allowed. It helps develop your research skills. The best part about debating is that you know how to research. क्यों? आपको topic पहले से पता है. You have time. So you would know how you're going to research about the topic, pick it out from the book or from the internet. And then, of course, it builds confidence like any other public speaking activity. You're speaking on the stage, you're arguing on the stage. So this is the reason why debating is very important. Now, debating के भी levels होते हैं. मैं ये नहीं कह रही आप बिल्कुल senior level पे करो. Start from classroom debates. Teachers and principals, if you're watching this, please organize classroom debates on light topics, especially in your free periods or in your English periods. Any simple topic, and then have light classroom debates in which you select students and they come and speak for and against the topic. Start from your classroom. This is one thing, debating is one thing, जिसका practice school में सबसे अच्छा हो सकता है. What you can practice at home is how to speak. But that exposure, when you have so many students in front of you and you're speaking, start with classroom debates. Do classroom debates. So that is going to help a lot. Then Another, if you think that you're good, then you can participate at obviously senior levels and you can learn well. In debating, please prepare well. आपको time इसलिए दिया जाता है so that you make a great speech. Prepare your speech very, very well. Keep your points ready. Okay, so this was the topic. Yes, mobile phones should be allowed in school, and I am going to speak 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these points. When you are speaking in debate, give examples. Examples help the audience connect better. So always give examples in debating. Speak confidently, which is obviously very important, that when you're on the stage, you speak confidently. Never try cut, copy, paste approach. Please don't do that. You can always take help from the internet to know some of the points, but frame your own sentence. Do not cut, copy, paste. Never be rude to the opponents. तो जब डिबेटिंग होती है, आपने फॉर बोला, दूसरे ने अगेंस्ट बोला, देन जो फॉर बोलता है उससे अगेंस्ट वाला एक क्वेश्चन पूछता है, और जो अगेंस्ट बोलता है उससे फॉर वाला एक क्वेश्चन पूछता है. When you are answering the question that you're asked, or maybe the judge will ask you the question, when you're answering the question, please don't be rude. I have seen a lot of times in debating, students get very rude. Don't do that. And prove your point with conviction. Okay, so debating ka ek rule kya hai? When you're preparing for debating, so when you have prepared the topic, also read. Why am I telling you to read against also? दोनों साइड से आप प्रिपेयर करो, बिकॉज आपको क्वेश्चंस के लिए आप रेडी रहते हो. So if you know how to speak for and against the topic, then you will be able to answer the questions very well. But start with very light classroom debates, and they will help you understand the whole concept much better. Now, what is extempore? What is it? What is this competition? What is this public speaking platform? It is a little tricky one. But believe me, this was the first ever public speaking competition that I participated in. With zero exposure, the only thing that I knew was that I can go and speak on the stage. And then I was made to participate in an extempore competition. What is it? Is competition mein, what the rules are that you have to go on the stage and pick a chit. There will be a topic in front of you, and you have to speak on the topic for 2-3 minutes, or you have to make a speech on the topic with no preparation before. Aapko instantaneously you have to make a speech. You will not be told the topics before. You will not be told that these are the, not even the subject will be told. Random topics will be kept. You have to pick up a chit and you have to speak on the topic impromptu. Ekdam se. Okay, you have no idea, you had no idea before, and then you have to speak on the stage. This is this competition. Sabse bada challenge of the extempore competition is that you have to think instantly. You can't take a break, you can't take a pause. You have to analyze the topic there and then. You have to generate the idea there and then, and you have to come up with logical points. So for example, you go up on the stage, you've participated in an extempore competition, you pick up a chit, you open it, okay, and you read the topic. You close the chit, you put it back, and you go and stand in front of the mic. Start with wishing, okay? This gives you time to think. Start with wishing. So you say, good morning, everyone, or good morning to all the teachers, or good morning to the chief guest, judges, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, the topic that I'm going to be speaking on is coronavirus. All right. So I have to think instantly. Now start speaking. Coronavirus is a virus, and then you have to make a speech. So always in an extempore, start with the greeting. All right. Good morning, everyone. And if you need more time to think, then break your greeting. Good morning, teachers, students, or good morning to the judges, teachers, students, and my dear friends, or a hearty greetings. So start with a greeting, and then you speak the topic, and then you speak on the topic. Just giving you an example on how you're going to speak. Good morning, everyone present here. The topic that I'll be speaking on today is coronavirus. Coronavirus, as known as COVID-19, is a virus that had spread all across the world and affected the lives of many. It first happened in China. When all of us were thinking that it would not hit India, a wave came and impacted the lives of many people. It is called a pandemic for a reason, because it has spread all over the world. It is a disease in which you get different sorts of symptoms like fever, anxiety, and shortness of breath. And there are not much medical assistance available on the same. So in order to avoid yourself from getting infected from coronavirus, please take precautions at home and all of that. So see, extempore में आपके पास ज़्यादा time नहीं होता है to think. So don't focus on your points in extempore. Focus on your speaking. Because debate में आपको marks दिए जाएंगे on your points, like what all points you're making. But in extempore, you will be given more marks if you speak with confidence, because everyone knows that you did not get much time to prepare and you got zero time to prepare. So in extempore, your focus should be to speak confidently and to speak fluently, to speak with minimum pauses, but never ever just go blank. Until unless topic आपको बिल्कुल समझ नहीं आया, it's a different thing. But in extempore, your focus should be on speaking with confidence with minimal pauses. All right. So never in extempore, you always participate in inter-school competitions when you're ready for it. Start practicing at smaller levels, like in your classrooms or in your debate clubs or in your public speaking clubs, and then do it. It is amazing. It's a great competition. Why is it so important, and why is extempore a good platform? Because it gives you confidence. अगर आपने एक बार एक topic पे अच्छे से बोल लिया, you would want to do it again, because you will feel smart and confident. You'll be like, wow, I spoke on something instantaneously at that very moment. So it will give you a lot of confidence from within to do public speaking activities more. So please don't think that extempore is a very scary competition. It is not. Topics are generally easy. There are those topics on which you can speak on. And agar aapne ye skill learn kar li to speak instantaneously without preparation, then trust me, you will have a command over communication. Because in life also, in general also, when you'll grow old, when you'll go to senior classes, most of the times you will have to speak instantaneously on the topic. बहुत कम होता है कि हमें preparation का time मिलता है. So extempore is a great competition to participate in and to learn public speaking skills. Then group discussion. What is group discussion? So, for example, you're in a class and teacher tells that today we're going to have a group discussion on global warming. You're all sitting with your friends in circle. Okay. Now, what is group discussion? आपको एक topic दिया जाएगा that, okay, so all of you are now sitting in groups. The topic for the discussion is global warming. Now you have to speak on the topic, like you're discussing it. You're not making a speech, you're discussing. Okay, so global warming is a very alarming issue at the moment, and I think it needs to be addressed. Remember, group discussion ka rule hota hai, be the first and the last one to speak. Try that you're the first person to speak in a group discussion, because everybody always listens to the first person. Okay, so start. Don't make a speech, and don't just look at the teacher or to the person who has given you the topic. Look around like you're talking in a group. Don't just look to the teacher. Look around. Hi, everyone. So, group, and don't waste a lot of time greeting. Just start the discussion. Hi, everyone. So, I think global warming is one of the most alarming issue that we are facing right now, and we would need stricter laws and rules and regulations to govern the same to decrease the impact of global warming, and then somebody else will start speaking. Isme beach beach mein every student will start speaking. Nobody's told, Acha, now you keep quiet, now you speak. No, you have to talk, like you have to discuss. So, jaise hi aapke paas koi, if you are not the first person to speak, the moment you get a point, any point, you start speaking on the topic. Now, please remember, group discussion mein, your aim should be to speak on the topic and not to question what the person is saying. You understand? So, for example, person bola that global warming, we need stricter laws for global warming. Now, don't be the one who says, can you tell me what laws can be there or what laws that are already there? Don't do that. You have to speak on the topic, focus on the topic. Yes, there's an Environment Act that we have in place. So speak on the topic. There is global warming, which is an issue, an alarming issue, and the government needs to take care of that. And suddenly you get a point that abhi UN में एक meet हुई थी and वहाँ पे global warming के लिए कहता है, or maybe we students can do something, and then you make another point. So of course, but I think we as a student or we as the youth of India should also do something at our level, like plant more trees to affect the impact of global warming. So speak on the topic and look around, make an eye contact with the fellow speakers while you're making a group discussion. Speak confidently, speak well and loud. In a group discussion, thoda sa you have to speak in a high pitch so that everybody listens to you. Because suddenly, jab group mein sab baat kar rahe hote hain, make sure that your voice is being heard. Always keep your pen and notebook ready. And disagreement is okay. You can say, no, I don't agree with you, but never be rude. Stick on the topic. Remember, you're making a discussion. You're not questioning anyone. आप एक discussion कर रहे हो. And that is why group discussions are one of the easiest platform to learn public speaking, because it's very light. कभी-कभी अगर आपको नहीं पता किसी टॉपिक के बारे में, but if you start with group discussions, you will be able to perform better. Why? Because sometimes, for example, आपको कोई ऐसा टॉपिक मिला जो आपको नहीं पता. What do you mean by that topic? So once what happened, I was a part of group discussion and there was a topic called euthanasia. And I was like, what is this topic? I was very small. I think I must be in class 4th. But I could not be the first person to speak because मुझे topic उस time पे समझ नहीं आया था. But when others started speaking, it got easy for me because then I understood the meaning and then I started making my own points. So group discussion is a very healthy thing and should be encouraged in classrooms or in various public speaking activities a lot, because it's a very lighter platform and it gives confidence to students who have stage fright to be able to express themselves or to be able to learn how to express themselves and how to speak confidently. So today we covered the 3 big words of public speaking, which is debating, then extempore, and group discussion. I request all my students who are watching this to participate in these competitions as much as possible, at least at classroom level, if not at big levels, until you're ready. This is the right age to participate in these competitions because, many a times, we kind of delay our participation in public speaking activities because we want to be a part of dance and singing and music and all other cultural events. But trust me, it is as important as the rest. Don't think if you're a sports person, I don't really care if I'm a sports person, I'm good at sports. Even a sports person requires speaking skills. After a great match, the captain of the Indian team has to be is asked questions and he has to speak those answers to those questions confidently. When a team wins a dance competition, they're asked to come on the stage and say something. When an actor wins an award, the actor has to come on the stage and make a speech. So public speaking is a part of everything. If you want to become a fashion designer, then also your work is obviously to make good clothes, but one day you will have to walk the ramp and speak on the stage. If you love to play cricket, one day when you will win that match, someone will ask you a question about your team and you will have to answer on the mic. So do you want to sound underconfident or weak when you're speaking on the mic? No. So don't think, मैं तो sports में अच्छी हूँ या मैं sports में अच्छा हूँ. I am good at dancing. मैं public speaking में, mom, I don't want to participate in public speaking. You know I'm very good at dancing and reading and at sports. I don't need to participate in debating. Public speaking is a skill that is required at all levels. It's a part of all the hobbies. So please ensure that you focus on these skills as much as possible. Try your best to learn public speaking by doing public speaking activities. And I have a quiz for you right now. And after that, we're going to sum up everything and revise everything quickly before the class ends. So name a public speaking activity in which you speak for and against a topic. So I've told you that there are 3 activities: debate, extempore, and group discussion, which are very important. Tell me, out of these 3, which is that one activity or one public speaking activity in which you speak for and against the topic. So please quickly write down in the chat box the name of that activity. I want to see how many of you answered it correctly. Also win a chance to get good goodies from the LEAD School if you participate actively. So tell me a public speaking activity in which you speak for and against a topic. What is it called? I've told you 3: debate, extempore, and group discussion. Out of these 3, which is that one public speaking activity? So please quickly submit your answers in the chat box. I want to see how many of you answer it correctly.
Yes, Apoorva, we'll wait for some answers. So Nikhil Raj says that it's debate. Trishara says that it's debate. Nisha Jadhav says that it's group discussion. Mohini Gupta says that it's debate. Kusum Rani says that it's debate.
Very good. So obviously, all of you, most of you are right. It is debate. In a debate competition, we are given a topic and one person has to speak for the topic. The other person speaks against the topic. In a group discussion, we speak on one topic only. And we are making a discussion on the topic. All right. So group discussion is very different from debating. Debating में आप argue करते हो. नहीं मैं ठीक हूँ, नहीं मैं ठीक हूँ. And then you prove that with points. That is what is debating. Now, everyone, this is the 3rd session that I have taken. And because I get 1 hour with all of you, I've tried to cover as much as possible for you to start your public speaking journey now. Please remember, first and the most important thing, it is not a scary thing. It is something which you can easily learn and acquire. अगर आपको लगता है that your speaking skills are not good, if you really have stage fear, start taking training right now. Take help right now. It is a skill जिसके बिना there is nothing. You need it at all levels of your life. And that is the reason it is my request to you, whosoever is watching this, to start the public speaking journey now. Practice will make you perfect. Start practicing by doing activities at home. Like I've told you before, stand in front of the mirror and talk and speak. Take a newspaper or take an English book of yours open the phone and open the recorder, start speaking from the book and record yourself, and later on listen and analyze. Acha, main yahan galat thi. Acha, I have not spoken this word correctly. Stay mindful. All right. Words should reflect your facial expressions. What is that? When you're speaking, it should come on your face. If you are saying a sad story, your face should look sad. If you're saying a happy story, your face should look happy. If you're saying a serious story, your face should look serious. If you're saying a funny story, your face should look funny. So these are the important things of public speaking. Participation is key. Please don't think that public speaking activities, I've told before, is only for the intelligent ones. No, it is for anyone who wants to learn. Participation is very important. Level you can choose for yourself, whether you want to go at a higher level or you want to go at an intermediate level, but start participating. But teachers and principals, students will not come up with these activities themselves. It is our duty to introduce these activities in school to ensure that they participate. Because that exposure can only be given at school level. Hum ghar pe parents can teach them how to speak. But if the teachers don't organize public speaking activities in the classroom, for example, asking students to read from the book, making them stand in front of the class and recite a poem, or to make a speech, how to introduce themselves, there is no point for all of this. So it has to start from the school. The schools should introduce public speaking activities. So students and parents, whoever is watching them, please make sure that in the next parent-teacher meeting, you address this issue and tell your teacher, the class teacher of your student, that they should have more public speaking activities. Realize that, okay, my kid is not that great at speaking and needs training. Please address it to the teacher. Another important thing for all the students is relax and have fun. It's a great journey. It is an interesting journey, but you must start participating in it and must learn from it. Public speaking is something that I can speak on for hours and for more, but there's only one conclusion to everything that I've taught in the last 3 lectures. That is just practice. Like how you practice your maths question, like how you practice answers in your notebooks, how you write down all of that, how you practice handwriting. You got to practice speaking. Make it fun. Stand in front of the mirror today and make a great speech. Stand in front of the mirror today and say your introduction like how I have taught you before. All right, open your TV and just play any cartoon and think that's the audience and speak loudly. Go to your teacher and tell that, ma'am, I want to improve my speaking skills. So can we have some activities for that? But start. Do not delay it any further, because it is extremely important that we acquire these skills at the right time. And this 3rd, 4th, 5th students, if you're watching this is the right time to have the skills. And always an intelligent and outspoken and a confident student will get more opportunities than the ones who doesn't like to speak. So if you want to have great opportunities, if you want to be that student who is made to participate in a lot of competitions, in a lot of events, you need to be good at public speaking. I would request you all to spend your days or your free time learning a new skill. Watch the sessions in which I have taught public speaking, the earlier sessions, and it's time that we become great public speakers. So please do start your journey now. Don't be afraid of it at all. If you feel afraid, just come back here right now and watch this video and hear me speak. It is easy and I can do it. It is easy and I can do it. It is easy and I can do it. That's it. There's an activity and an assignment that I have for you. I want more participation in this assignment. I want more of you to participate. It is simple. You know what is debating, in which you have to speak for and against the topic. You have to make a speech on Superman is better than Batman. You can speak on the topic or against the topic. Simple. Just make a speech. Or if you don't want to do this, if you don't want to submit this assignment, you think it's tough for you to speak, then just speak anything and send your entry. Anything, your introduction, and speak on any topic of your choice, and submit it. But I want good participation. I want to see that you've actually learned something. We are not going to put those videos anywhere on the platform. It is just for us to see that, okay, so our students have learned something. Don't think that if you're not going to submit a nice video, you're going to look funny on the YouTube channel. No. We want participation. We want our students to learn. So on that note, remember me saying once again, it is easy and I can do it. Start your public speaking journey right now and be a part of LEAD School. And you are going to lead in every way possible. Happy learning to all my students. This is me, Apoorva Agarwal, signing off. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. I hope we meet again. Till then, I'm there on YouTube for you to watch and learn. It is easy and I can do it. Take care and thank you so much for having me. Thank you so very much. And again, just submit your assignment. The link is in the description box. Any activity of you speaking, speak on any topic and just submit, because we want to see that you've learned something. Take care. Thank you so much.